Alright, today we are going to check out Tom Macdonald's new song, Brainwashed. This one just dropped a few minutes ago. I have not yet watched this video, so I am curious to see what we're about to get into. Tom has said that this video is going to piss off the internet. A lot of his videos do, a lot of his music does, so let's go ahead and jump in and see what we're getting into here.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows, politics, celebrity gossip, popular neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate.
Okay, he's going right in immediately. Black lives, white lives, which one means most? I mean, hell, I may have missed some stuff at the beginning. Let's go back a couple times here.
Fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows, politics, celebrity gossip.
Distracted by vaccines and TV shows. Yeah. That's all people are talking about. What TV show they're watching and, oh, should I take a vaccine? Should I not take a vaccine? Come on, man. There's other stuff going on in the world right now.
Popular neat quotes, black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month. The most...
Wow, he is going in immediately. Wow. Yeah, this kind of goes back to Snowflakes, one of his previous songs, where he's talking about veterans do not get the attention or the help that they deserve. Regardless of whether or not you agree with what they do, where they end up, what war they're fighting, whatever. Regardless, these guys write a blank check to the U.S. government, and they take an oath and they write that blank check. And they take a job for minimal pay that could cost them their lives. So these guys do not get near the respect that they deserve or the recognition.
Dangerous pandemics, propaganda from these clowns. Only masses gonna get a whole Pride Month. The most dangerous pandemics, propaganda from these clowns. Only masses gonna save us is duct tape on their mouths. Don't speak. We don't need to defund police. Need to defund the media who lies through their teeth like.
Oh God, yeah. Defund the media. Let's hold the media to a higher standard, please. There is a lot of nonsense that makes its way out into the internet to the masses, and people just take it at face value. They don't research. They don't look into anything. They hear it, they consume it, and that's it. They just accept it as truth. Man, spot on.
Speak. We don't need to defund police, need to defund the media who lies through their teeth like. Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, cause every patient that gets cured is a customer lost, and big oil...
We've seen Tom do this before. He's gone after pharma a couple of times. Most specifically in the song Cancer, where he questions why there isn't a cure for cancer. And it's because it's just a billion-dollar industry that at this point, they can't afford to lose the money they would lose if it was cured. And it seems like he's going kind of taking that shot again. Kind of hard to argue that in a lot of cases.
Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, cause every patient that gets cured is a customer lost, and big oil runs the world. The only wars that get fought are with the countries who have natural resources they want. Heard him claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the...
Wow. So yeah, he's calling out society right there. If people can't just be who they are. Like, if they act a certain way, then they'll get hit with one label. If they act a different way, they get hit with another label. A person can't just be themselves without some kind of judgment getting thrown their way. And that's that's absolute truth.
Man acts too white, he's white trash. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, cause we're ready. trying to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed.
Hold on. We gotta go back a little bit here. Just this one shot of Tom.
Along will probably go against them. They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us.
That right there. That's at least half of society. Just locked in, confused, just absorbing a lot of false information. Without even bothering to research it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep? They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life. Cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't know what
Man, how many times have I seen people, oh, don't get the COVID vaccine, they're injecting you with a microchip. It's like, dude, you just posted this from the only microchip they need. My God, talking about this, my phone's laying right off camera. I'll get 3-4 stories on Facebook about, the safety of the COVID vaccine or whatever, because it's listening right now. And it's running an algorithm of things that it feels like I need to see and read. Man, yeah, that was, wow, weird to hear that again.
Fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life. Cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't know what I'm on.
So true.
Rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner. Cause censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government,
what was that
but you
now?
want people bigger threat to freedom. 100 Xanax for dinner. Cause censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the.
So now he's taking shots at big tech for obviously removing a very recent ex-president from social media. We can't say the name because who knows, the video might get lost in the bottom of a pit somewhere. But yeah, that's some people could argue that, yeah, he had no business being on Twitter because he was, creating dissent, hatred, and all this other nonsense. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, should big tech be able to just kick people off of Twitter for saying things that certain people don't like? Should they be able to be censored? Should they be able to cancel, so to speak, certain people just because of the message that they put on Twitter is not something that particular tech company agrees with, or that tech company decides is not something they want spread out to the masses? He makes a good point there.
President and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people giving up their right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable if police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun? White privilege.
Man, this is gonna be a long video. Yeah, he's basically saying, why would you be comfortable with the government police being the only people allowed to own firearms? That is a major argument of the pro-Second Amendment groups. Why should the government and the police, why should they be the only ones allowed to be armed, so to speak? And that's a major component of the Second Amendment, is to ensure that the people have the ability to defend themselves from a government, from a tyrannical government and a police state. Yeah, I mean, that's spot on. There's going to be a lot of pro 2A people that will appreciate that line.
The police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun. White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation.
Again, the things that are being put out there are, man, it's designed to get you pissed off at your neighbor. Not, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's really what's being said here. It's like, no, look next door. That's who you're up against. That's who your enemy is. That's who's holding you back. Yeah. Sheesh, man. He wasn't joking when he said this one was gonna piss people off.
They're told they're treated different, so the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist.
Nope.
The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, because we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design. They can't.
Wow. Everything that he just listed there, you can go back 5, 6, 7, 8 years or longer and see this stuff happening. Yeah, I think we're going to kick this back a little bit. Listen to that again. Whew. This is stuff that's going on right now. I mean, it's pushed by the media, it's pushed by big tech, it's pushed by all of these different groups that are just filling us with just nonsense, turning us against each other. It's like, oh well, you're a Republican, so you're this, so you gotta hate the left, and the left, oh, you're a liberal, so you gotta hate the right. Man, come on, you're black, you gotta hate whites. Well, you're white, you gotta hate blacks. It's like, that's nonsense. It's all nonsense. But the stuff is going on. It's in some places it's just outright, just in your face, can't avoid it. And other places it's very subliminal. Very subliminal.
From the left, step 5, separate the
go back a little more.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
Man, just again, I gotta pause it. Just as you're listening to the song, just go back a few times and just listen to it and just think back what you've seen on the news, on your social medias, over the past 5 years plus. Just think about it. I mean, when your memories pop up, if you're somewhat politically active or whatnot, just look at what some of your memories are that have popped up. You'll see everything he just talked about. That's nuts.
They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's
like how he's going through turning TVs off.
Us against them, it ain't you against me.
So that last line in the hook there, it's us against them, it ain't you against me. Man, that's truth. That's absolute truth. People have to come together. You want to see real, actual change in this country, like, people have to come together. And it's not happening right now. It's just not. Man, that's, man, I'll be listening to this a few more times. Absolutely, probably a ton. That was pretty great. A plus. A lot of stuff in there to think about. A lot of stuff in there to think about. That's just absolutely crazy. We'll let this finish out. It's Tom's social medias. And then, as always, I mean, shout out to Nova. I mean, man, she always does a phenomenal job with his videos. I mean, man, what a power couple they are. Anyway, hey, thanks for checking out the video. Appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, of course, and share it with your friends.